Hey there, model railroaders. Welcome to Vintage Road and Rail. In today's video, as you can see, I'm standing in a hotel room. So I thought I would do a quick video of a few things that are model railroad related that you might want to do if you are traveling. In my case, I'm traveling for work, so it's just myself and a lot of time. And there's only so many reruns of The Big Bang Theory I can watch, before I'm just bored out of my skull. Now, if you're on vacation, you can still do these things, but your family might get a little bit grumpy with you. But in this case, like I said, I'm traveling for work. So I have about 7, maybe 8 things that I thought I would go over, that you could do when you're traveling. But certainly this won't be an all-inclusive list. So if there's something that I listed that you do different or something else you do, please list that down in the comments. All right, so we'll get started with the first thing I've got on my list here. And actually, the first 4, you don't even need to bring anything with you. All you got to do is show up. So the first one is you're in a new town, different location. Find yourself a train store or a hobby shop if they have one nearby, and check it out. You might find something that you've been looking for, or something that you didn't know you were looking for, such as the case here. I went shopping and found myself a Atlas model railroad car to add to my collection. So while you don't have to bring anything with you, in this case, I got to take something back, so make sure and allow for that. A second thing would be find yourself a model railroad club. You may not be able to really bring much in the way of trains with you, but at least if you checked out a new club, you can see an interesting layout, talk to other fellow model railroaders, and there might be someone there that's generous and let you borrow, or run one of their trains. Another thing you could do, this one steps away a little bit from model railroading, and it's rail fanning. But we're model railroaders, we love trains, so there might be a good location to do a little bit of rail fanning. And certainly if you visit a train club, they can let you know some good spots to, check out some good train action there. And finally, the last thing of the things that you can do where you don't need to bring anything is maybe there's a museum nearby. I'll use my hometown of Columbus, Ohio as an example on all 4 of these. There's Robbie's Hobbies and the train station. Those are good places to pick up model railroading stuff. There's the Central Ohio Model Railroad Club. Lots of great people there. Lots of good places to rail fan, but you can rail fan right across the street from the club. There's 3 tracks, 2 CSX and 1 Norfolk Southern. And right down the road is the Central Ohio Railroad Museum. It's not a big deal, but you can actually ride a train, and they have a few things there. So just kind of some examples of a few things that you can do. Another one that does require you to bring something, though, is bring yourself some literature. Here I've got H.O. Collector, Model Railroader Magazine, and I've got an Atlas Track Plan book. There are certainly tons of different magazines, new issues, back issues that you can bring with you. So that's something else you could, bring with you just to have a little something to read. All right, so that is our 5th thing. So number 6 and 7 are going to be very similar. So let's walk over here, and as you can see, I've got quite a good bit of items on this table here. So I'm going to break them up into 2, though. So number 6 is the easiest. Maybe get yourself a couple of these build-it-yourself kits. These are newer ones. This one here is a Scale Trains kit. These are a couple of AccuRail kits. And the only thing you really need just to put them together is a screwdriver. Now, the Scale Trains kit has metal wheels, so you're good there. But these AccuRail kits have plastic wheels. So you may want to try to remember to bring a set of metal wheels with you if you want to switch those out. Or just bring yourself a little kit like this, which we'll get to in a minute. You can also pick up tons of those old blue box and roundhouse kits, train miniatures, if you want to bring some of those. But I would definitely recommend upgrading those because they'll have horn hook couplers and plastic wheels. So very similar to this is number 7 is bring a car you want to modify. Like for instance, this here is a Tyco popsicle car, 62-foot reefer. And I've got my little toolbox, I got my scale, I got everything I need to upgrade this to modern standards. So of course I've got my little chart to tell me the recommended weight. However, if you do this, be smarter than me and bring a tape measure. Otherwise you're going to be kind of guessing as to how big the, how long, what the length of the car is here. All right, so yeah, so those are a couple of things you can bring, but obviously those require a bit more space and planning. If you are flying, you may not be able to do this, but certainly if you're just renting a car, bringing your own, you can. I put most of this stuff over here in this little banker box. All right, and the final thing you can do is maybe bring yourself a small train set. In this case, I've got a little N-scale train set. Z-scale would probably be even easier, but I don't know if anybody wants to spend that kind of money for something to travel with. You could bring an HO scale train set, but they are usually a good bit bigger and would require a bit more space. But, if you just wanted to watch a little train run around a little bit, a little N-scale train set like this would work just fine. So anyway, kind of a quick video. Didn't want to make it very complicated or long, but just kind of a few of the things that you can do if you're cooped up like I am for a week, away from home in a motel room with not a whole heck of a lot to do. These are just a few things you can use to continue pursuing your hobby, keep your mind occupied, keep yourself busy. Well, all right, Model Railroad fans, that will wrap up this video. Like I said at the beginning, if there are some things that you do that I didn't mention, be sure and drop them down in the comments. I'd like to check those out, and others might like to see them as well. And if you enjoyed this video, like the ideas I had, make sure and hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, happy model railroading. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.